very good afternoon to you. This is the news update on Dominion Television, Ibadan. I am Olusegun Fawole. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, has clarified that the National Assembly is not opposed to President Bola Tinubu's borrowing policy, insisting that lawmakers support borrowing as a legitimate tool for funding infrastructure and driving sustainable growth. Abbas gave the assurance in Abuja at the 8th Annual African Network of Parliamentary Budget Offices Conference, where he stressed that borrowing, when carefully applied, remains a globally recognized fiscal instrument. He explained that the president had assured Parliament that new loans will remain within the country's medium-term debt framework and international best practices. The National Pension Commission, PENCOM, has announced a fresh program called Revolution 2.0 to increase retirees and pensioners' pay and expand pension services to all Nigerians, including the informal sector. This was disclosed in a statement by PENCOM Director General Omolola Oloraran, who outlined that the program is aimed at enabling dignity for retirees through health insurance and optimizing investment performance in order to deliver sustainable long-term returns. She stated that Pension Revolution 2.0 is the most significant advancement since 2004, describing it as bold and evolutionary in practice. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, has flagged off a major road project in Abuja, expressing confidence that by the end of President Bola Tinubu's first tenure, the capital city will rival some of the world's most developed cities in terms of infrastructure and urban planning. The project, according to the FCT administration, will ease traffic congestion, enhance inter-district connectivity, and create job opportunities in line with President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda.
I wish to extend our heartfelt appreciation to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, whose visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to national development have made possible the realization of critical infrastructure projects like this.
The FCT administration, in continuation with the implementation of its mandate for the development of the Federal Capital City, and in line with the provisions of the Abuja Master Plan, processed and awarded the full-scope development of the special important local streets.
Following the flag-off, Wike inspected the construction projects at the Ape Court Complex and the Judges' Quarters in Gishiri District, where he expressed satisfaction with the pace and quality of work, urging contractors to meet deadlines and maintain high standards.
Here, where you have 20 units of these 5-bedroom duplexes for the FCT High Court, we have the one of the Court of Appeal, 10 units, and here we are standing is for the Federal High Court. We are impressed with the speed of work. The duration is for them to hand over by January 2020.
The projects, including residential units for the High Court, Court of Appeal, and the Federal High Court judges, are expected to be completed and handed over by January 2026. The lawmaker representing Kogi Central, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, has launched a strong legal offensive against the federal government, describing the criminal defamation charges filed against her as an act of political persecution and an exhibition of double standard. In a preliminary objection seeking the dismissal of the 6 counts filed against her by the Attorney General of the Federation, the Kogi senator contended that while the federal government was quick to file charges against her based on the complaints of the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, the same government ignored her own earlier petitions against Akpabio. Recall that our defense team urged the court to dismiss the charges at the preliminary stage, warning that allowing the matter to proceed will not only waste taxpayers' resources, but also undermine the credibility of the justice system. In a groundbreaking initiative to expand access to immunization services, the Oyo State Primary Healthcare Board, OYSPHCB, in partnership with the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, ACPN Oyo State Chapter, and the Population Services International, PSI Nigeria, has launched the Pharmacy-Based Immunization Delivery Program, PBID. Our correspondent, Richard Ashaolu, has the report.
The ceremony, which marked the official flag-off of the program, was attended by the key stakeholders in the healthcare sectors. Executive Director of Oyo State Primary Healthcare Board, Dr. Adeyemi Adewale, explained that the PBID program is designed to enhance immunization efforts by delivering vaccination services directly at communities' pharmacies across the state. Dr. Adewale also expressed confidence that the program would help to address the public's concern about primary healthcare centers, stressing that it would improve trust and accessibility for communities.
To strengthen our immunization activities as caregivers, and it's born out of the perception that it's close also to people.
A key stakeholder in the program, pharmacist Taufik Oladipupo, emphasized that the initiative was informed by the successes of the COVID-19 vaccination campaign. He noted that one of the primary goals of PBID is to make routine vaccinations, such as childhood immunizations, available at the community pharmacy level.
The whole idea is to bring vaccination services, learning from what happened during COVID period, to ensure that the benefit that we all got during that time is actually remain with us, and ensure that patients can walk in and take common vaccinations at the community pharmacy level.
The program will initially focus on the administration of human papillovirus vaccine to 13-year-olds. The chairman, Association of Community Pharmacy of Nigeria, Oyo State Chapter, pharmacist Adedayo Gbadamosi, explained that the HPV vaccine helps prevent cervical cancer, a leading cause of death among women of reproductive age.
We are targeting 13-year-old children for HPV. This HPV vaccine helps to prevent cervical cancer in children.
The PBID program is expected to significantly increase immunization rate in Oyo State, bringing vaccination closer to the people and helping to protect vulnerable populations from preventable diseases. Richard Ashaolu for Dominion News.
And now to the foreign scene. The military-led West African countries, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger Republic, have announced their withdrawal from the International Criminal Court, denouncing it as a tool of neo-colonial repression. Recall that Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger have been members of the ICC located in The Hague for more than 2 decades. However, according to a joint statement released by the trio, they viewed the court as incapable of prosecuting war crimes, crimes against humanity, crimes of aggression, and genocide. Israeli forces are continuing their ground offensive to fully occupy Gaza City, with witnesses reporting that tanks have advanced into the city center from the north and south. According to reports, this comes as Donald Trump is set to address the United Nations General Assembly for the first time since 2020 to discuss several topics, including Palestinian statehood, a move the United States opposes. Meanwhile, all eyes on Donald Trump as international pressure is ramping up on Israel over the unfolding humanitarian crisis in Gaza and settlement building in the West Bank. At least 8 children were killed by explosive drones in a gang-controlled slum in Haiti's capital, Port-au-Prince, according to sources close to the region. Haiti's National Human Rights Defense Network said that Albert Stevenson, who was believed to be the target, was distributing gifts to children when the attack occurred, with explosions heard in Site Soleil, However, one of Viev and Sami's leaders, Jimmy Shewizia, best known as Barbecue, has vowed to avenge the death. Now talking sport. Brighton and Hove Albion Football Club has stated that it stopped over £100,000 black market ticket sales in one match day. According to reports, the club said it is taking a firm stand against ticket touting using cutting edge technology and a newly appointed investigations officer to stop inflated resale activity and protect loyal fans. Brighton urged its fans to avoid buying tickets from third-party sellers and buy directly from the club or risk losing their money altogether. You can visit our website on www.dominion.org.ng to watch us live and interact with us. You can also follow us across our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast, and on X at Dominion Cast. And that ends the news update on Dominion Television. I am Olusegun Fawole. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon.